Interesting, 6 degrees is separate, but it's Mississippi small. But yeah, I mean, people, just like Zach said, everybody shits. Like, hey, I mean, what are you doing in Mississippi now? What are you fucking stupid? Like, the coast is different, man. The coast is it's the most transient area of Mississippi.
Yeah,
you got the base, all the casinos, and just the people, just nice, man. Good people. Every time I go back home to South Florida, it's like, man, I could never live there again. I just couldn't. Man. Like even when I was growing up,
I could live as far as Tampa, but then after that, like it's
maybe I could live. I mean, the women are ridiculous down there. It's just ridiculous. But and they don't care about anything but money. No, not all of them. That's terrible. What is that? Misogynistic? Is that the word? That was terrible. Don't ever paint with a broad brush, whatever the fuck it's saying. But I mean, it's an incredible place, though. And when you live there, you just like, this is the greatest place in the world. We got the most beautiful women, the best food.
Yeah.
The culture, it's so multicultural.
Yeah.
And I was 24 before I left. Went to Jacksonville, and did some transportation for the casino cruise. And that was a shock. Like I was like, yo. Because, raised in South Florida, all the, bad neighborhoods, like, they don't take care of their grass, right? So I remember the realtor was showing me places to live, and I'm like, why am I in the ghetto here, She's like, what are you talking about? I was like, all the grass is dead. She's like, it's winter, you fucking moron. It went dormant. I didn't know grass even went dormant.
Yeah.
Because it's always hot in South Florida. But, so it was, and the whole, Bible Belt thing is kind of a culture shock when you're raised in South Florida is just like the East Coast, like New York.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah,
totally. It's not.
It's
not
weird
the South.
Country within the South. Yeah,
and it's like the United States. It's a melting pot down there.
Yeah,
but yeah, so I loved it down there, and you walk around and people are like, hey, how are you? And it's like, hey, what the fuck you looking at? Like, why are you smiling and waving? I don't know you.
Yeah.
So now when I go down there, I'm the fucking idiot smiling. And, hey, what are you, fucking homo? What are you looking at? I'm like, shit, I forgot where I'm at. Here, you just wave at everybody.
Yeah.
Southern hospitality is a legit thing, and it's just so nice, people. Like I said, like Zach said, people just judge this area, and it's just
unfairly too,
which is fine. Fuck, I don't care. Like I don't tell people anymore, dude. It's fuck, stay. I don't want people coming. Because
that's what Texas is going through right now because
Texas is becoming California
because everybody's moving over. Yeah.
And Texas is a blue state now. Now we're getting into politics, but which I truly don't give a shit. But I just thought it was interesting how like they're projecting like for the next election, it's a blue state. So because everybody from California is moving there and just. I played poker with James Woods, what was it, 2 summers ago? We were playing in a tournament.
Yeah.
And he was just telling me, like, man, fuck California. He's like, I'm out of here. I think he said he was moving somewhere in the Carolinas or something.
Yeah.
And he was just like, look, it's not that we don't give it, like, he's like, Oren, I'll eat at a restaurant where it's $200 a plate. And, outside the window, there's a guy shitting on the fucking sidewalk, and he's like, and they don't do anything about it.
They can't. Well, in San Francisco, they changed, so basically you can't get arrested for non-violent crimes like shoplifting and stuff like that. But then also you couple that with like, and it's just mindless to me, these altruistic, like, well, we're doing something good here, but at what cost? So for example, they got rid of plastic bags. Why that's a priority, I cannot understand. But as a result, taking a backpack into a store is part of the norm. Right. And so now people are people aren't stupid.
Yeah.
And it's purely politicians that think people are stupid. And so they're not stupid, and so they're like, well, I'm not going to get arrested. Okay, well, I'm just going to go and steal shit.
Right.
And that's exactly what happens. And they're wondering why businesses won't stay around. Yeah. They're trying to San Francisco is running into an issue where because the businesses are leaving and not coming in.
Yeah.
Now there's no jobs, all this stuff, and plus people are allowed to there's so many homeless people out there now. Yeah. There's needles everywhere. People are defecating on the streets.
There's an app. I heard there's an app that tells you where the shit is on the sidewalk in San Francisco. So,
I wouldn't doubt it.
If you see a piece of shit, and you just put it on the app. So I don't think they would make that up. Whoever told me that, but
they're now looking at penalizing the landlords because a business is not in there. Yeah. And they're going to make them like tax them because, again, without business, the city loses revenue too.
Yeah.
Like it's just this, it's such an amazing, it's so
like
amazing.
You said, it's those people that are in control, like they have zero business sense. Like what is a politician, other than getting greased by a business, what do they know about business?
Yeah.
Nothing, someone told me that if businesses leave the state, because a lot of businesses are, that they're going to try and tax them or something?
Yeah, so they're looking at retro for 10 years prior, increasing the taxes of businesses and I think even residents that are leaving. But it's not enforceable across states because no, it can't be because and a federal judge will kill that because it violates the the main thing is the Interstate Commerce Clause, and that's for Congress to regulate that, and a state cannot compel another state because they are individual sovereign entities,
absolutely.
Like Rhode Island and Texas and California, they're all independent and equal to each other. Like you can't just do that, and especially in Texas, you think a judge in Texas is going to say, yeah, you can tax them. Hell no, they're not going to do that.
No, absolutely. That's ridiculous. I mean, just to think of it, like who thinks about that and says, hey, this is a good idea. It's
I'm telling you.
I mean, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like California just got way left. Like they went crazy left.
If you look at, did you see the video of Gavin Newsome? Gavin Newsome's their governor.
I heard about it. And so dinner with a bunch of people or something. What a piece of shit.
And then he's like, and then he goes, his statement is something like, I shouldn't have done that. And it's just a political bullshit. Like he's trying to emphasize like emotion and strength and sorrow. And he's like, I should have, when I got there and saw how many people were there, I should have turned around and drove home. Like, bitch, you don't know how many people are going to your own birthday party? And you're the governor? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, they know. Just
like you can't do
what's
that.
Her name with the haircut,
Pelosi.
Yeah. I mean, they know what they're doing.
But it's this mindset. You have to assume that everybody's stupid. There's no way you can get around it.
Yeah, well, you're better than them. You got to assume that you're better than them.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, that's why you become a politician because, hey, look, they need me to lead them. But yeah, like James Woods was saying, it's like it's not like we hate homeless people. We got plenty of money and we will donate. He's like, he was talking about like these warehouse districts where they're all out of business. There's nothing going on. He's like, me, Oprah, whoever, we can all put money in. We could buy these places and give them a place to stay. We don't mind. We don't hate homeless. It's just the way that everything's going down. It's like, he's like, it's become just unlivable, he said. So I don't know if he moved yet or what, but, like they want to help, and homelessness, it's not really, it's more of a mental thing for a lot of them. You know what I mean? It's not, just pure laziness or just drugs. It's a lot of them. It's like a mental, it's a mental issue, especially with the veterans.
Yeah.
So it's
I've got this idea that eventually state-run psychiatric hospitals are going to make a return, and they went away mostly because in the middle 20th century they were experimenting on them. All that stuff like lobotomies and shock therapy, all that stuff. But I think it's going to make a comeback. Yeah, for sure. I think that to solve the homeless problem, it's going to come back to that. You're going to have state-run. It's going
to be the same thing. They're
psychiatric
experimenting with chemical, all these pharmaceuticals. I was talking to somebody. He's just like, pharmaceuticals are the devil. That's what's wrong